Technology is sometimes a complex concept, such that it can lead to some embarrassing moments. Whether it's an infamous presentation that went awry, a product that shipped long before it should, or just a goofy marketing gaffe. These low points in tech serve as a good reminder. Make sure your stuff works. In today's video, we'll be going through some of the most embarrassing moments in tech history. So don't go away or you'll miss the fun. Starting up with hot coffee. Grand Theft Auto is not exactly a delightful kid-rated platform jumper. It's more like a violent shooter made for bored teenagers. Yet, when Take-Two Interactive developers snuck in a secret mode called Hot Coffee, they caught the ire of the ESRB and had to do a major recall and rebranding. The Osborne 1 laptop. Here's a lesson for the marketing folks. When you release the first laptop ever made, don't immediately announce that you have the successor in the works. The Osborne 1 was killed by marketing. And ever since, Apple has had a strict policy never to eat their own offspring for lunch. Windows Vista. This might be the first time an entire operating system has been listed as an embarrassing moment. But Vista qualifies. Not for the fact that sales have been disappointing, because when you include an OS on a computer by default, it is bound to be a big seller. But consumer perceptions are ultra low. So low, in fact, that Microsoft faked people into thinking their new OS was not Vista to get them to like it. Bill Gates at CES 2005. The golden boy of tech is not always on his game. At CES 2005, Bill Gates had trouble getting the remote to work with Windows Media Player. What makes this gaffe memorable is that co-host Conan O'Brien kept making fun of him. The Monkey Boy Dance. We're not just picking on Microsoft. Okay, maybe we are. In 2001, Steve Ballmer did his famous monkey dance at an employee event. Since then, the media has alluded to his emotive behavior, and journalists like fake Steve Jobs have called him Monkey Boy. Too bad, because in some ways, Ballmer was just trying to get people fired up. Gizmodo banned from CES. Gizmodo thought it would be funny to roam around CES 2008 and randomly power down HD TVs using something called a TV Begon. Oh, those pranksters! Apparently, a staffer has been banned from future events, and quite a few readers posted harsh criticisms. Sometimes, pranks backfire on you. Kid cracks porn filter. It goes without saying that it's a good thing to protect our children from pornography and other unsavory elements available on the internet. So, who would blame the Australian government for a project that would provide a so-called porn filter to parents? The problem was that the software, which cost around $84 million and was cracked by a 16-year-old Melbourne boy by the name of Tom Wood, cracked the filter in about 30 minutes. As young Tom said it, "It's a horrible waste of money." A federal official responded by saying that the government knew all along that some kid would come along and crack the scheme, and that the vendor is investigating the matter as a priority. Bill Gates' blue screen of death. Windows 95 provided a much spiffier interface than its predecessor, the Windows 3.1. But it was neither very feature-rich nor very stable. Microsoft promised that Windows 98 would be much more solid. However, we should have gotten a clue about what the future of this operating system held when Gates' presentation at Comdex Spring in 1998 went seriously awry, ending in a very public BSOD, or the blue screen of death. Mark Zuckerberg sweats like a pig. Mark today may exude confidence, but in this 2010 interview with Walt Mossberg and Kara Swisher, the Facebook CEO is so uncomfortable that he appears to be slowly liquefying. As he rambles on for minutes without saying much, his urge to run away becomes painfully obvious. The agonizing time it takes to remove his microphone is pretty awkward, but not as much as when Swisher suggests he's running a cult. Michael Bay walks off stage at Samsung event. This one is difficult to watch. It may cause your bones to curl inwards. Michael Bay, director of big-budget Hollywood action movies like Transformers and Bad Boys. It seemed that Samsung had landed a major start to promote a curved television at CES 2014. But things went from bad to awful very quickly as Bay made his way onto the stage in front of the gathered journos and industry professionals. He had the demeanor of a man who would rather be somewhere else. Less than a minute into the presentation, he loses his place on the teleprompter. At this point, Bay announces he'll wing it, while no doubt wishing he could just jump inside the TV he is failing to promote. Samsung's exploding washing machines. After dragging itself through 2 Note 7 recalls, Samsung probably thought its 2016 couldn't get any worse. Incredibly, another one of its products had to be recalled due to its combustible nature. This time, it was 2.8 million washing machines. That's awkward. Steve Jobs and his turn off your Wi-Fi situation. A man who wasn't known for his zen-like calmness and sunny disposition turns to the crowd, blaming his product's failure to work on the audience. At the 2010 iPhone 4 launch event, the Apple co-founder invoked an unusual kind of passive aggressiveness when he told the gathered reporters to turn off their Wi-Fi, which was apparently screwing with the handset's connectivity. At the end of the keynote, the former CEO shows off FaceTime by calling Jony Ive, who may have been busy creating comically overpriced books, to tell him about the audience behaving like naughty children. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button. Also, subscribe and hit that notification bell to get the latest updates of our newest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.